What's up guys, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my kitchen yet again. That means we're doing another knife video, but specifically kitchen knives. Now, if you guys have looked up any knives on the internet, I guarantee you've probably gotten an ad from these guys. These guys are Coolina. These guys are Coolina Knife Company. And if you haven't heard of them, I will be kind of shocked because these guys are the ones with the really crazy designs and stuff like that. So they had a huge sale. I gave into it. I bought all these knives and we're gonna test them to see if these guys are good or if they're a scam. Let's do this thing. All right, so if you guys have been online at all and you've seen these apparently authentic handmade knives that have these crazy shapes and stuff like that, probably Coolina. They're one of the biggest, I guess, internet knife companies. And I decided, okay, I've seen these guys a lot. I want to know what the truth is. And so I decided to buy a bunch of knives and test them for you guys so that you guys can hopefully get a good knife, or if these guys aren't that good, maybe hold off. So, full disclaimer, I bought all of these knives with my own money. They did have a sale going on. It was like buy two, get two free with a mystery gift and stuff like that, which off the bat, that's kind of a little sketchy because it's like buy two knives and get two knives free. Like, I don't know if anyone who actually makes like handmade knives would ever actually give away two knives for free. I don't know, maybe, possibly, I'm not sure. I want to specifically put these 6 knives up against my benchmark of a kitchen knife, which are these knives. So starting off, we have a Cuisinart. This is a cleaver knife that it's relatively inexpensive and it's actually a really good knife. I've loved using it in the kitchen and it's pretty simple, easy. You can easily find it. Next, we have obviously the Benchmade station knife. Now this has been definitely my most used knife since I've gotten it. It is absolutely a tank. It slices like there is nothing there to slice. It is amazing. So, and then stepping, I think, honestly, even further up in the Benchmade, we have these authentic handmade Japanese chef knives that I got a long time ago. If you guys want to see a video on these knives, I made one a while back that I will link in the description. But these are absolutely stunning. We have a Gyoto. The other one was a Bunka, and then this is a Nikiri. Now these are authentically handmade in Japan. They have the wah handles and everything. So if you guys want to get a really nice knife that's going to change your whole experience in the kitchen, I can't even begin to explain how much I endorse these knives. I love these knives. I would highly recommend them. Look for something like that. But today we're talking about these guys because these guys have made a huge splash recently. I mean, I've seen their ads, I want to say almost close to every day for the past while. They've had a ton of sales, stuff like that. So I just unboxed all of these knives. They are good to go. I brought the big, huge cutting board that I have out, and we are going to actually test if these knives are worth it. Okay, so first up we have the Lynx 8-inch cleaver. Okay, so their website says a massive Viking-inspired cleaver knife built for raw power. Perfect for breaking down bones and big cuts with ease. Hand forged from high carbon steel for razor sharp edges that cut through meat and vegetables like hot butter. Made by skilled artisans using time-tested forging techniques for durability, balance, and long-lasting sharpness. It is a full tank construction with an ergonomic wooden handle. Okay, it's interesting. It actually does say that this is their largest kitchen knife, but it is not their sharpest in the collection because this is designed to cut through small and large bones. Okay, and this is kind of what I want to talk about. This knife, just from the get-go, is heavy as crap. It is 2.77 pounds. This is almost a 3-pound knife. Holding it, it is, I personally, I don't think this is balanced. I think this is super blade heavy. I mean, and also, I mean, look at that hefty chunk of steel. It's super blade heavy, and honestly, their claim that it could reduce strain, I feel like I'm getting strain just holding this thing. But we're gonna test it out. We're gonna see how it does. So, all right, so I figured if we're gonna do this, we should obviously start with the onion test. This is actually a huge onion that I found at the grocery store, and I want to see how easy it is to chop through this onion with this knife. So, okay, this onion is now peeled. We're going to try this again. Oh my God. It is just sliding right on it. It's not even cutting. Try this. Okay, do you guys see that? This is really interesting. When I try to cut through this onion, if I go straight down, it slides. It slides off the actual skin of the onion. Already, I do not feel comfortable using this. So I'm gonna put this away. Let me just try it with a potato real quick. Okay, right off the bat, I'm sorry, but I want to be fair to this knife and this brand, but this, if I can't cut through a onion or potato with ease, much less feeling like I'm about to slice a finger off, I can't recommend this knife to literally anybody. I would rather use this to cut down like trees than cooking. And also, I don't really know why you would use this to cut bones, because you normally don't cut bones. So I don't know, maybe you can save this for the zombie apocalypse. That's what they should advertise this knife for. But yeah, I'm gonna put this away because I'm sorry, I don't like this one. So I will give this, if I'm gonna rate it out of 10, give it a 2 out of 10. Okay. I mean, come on, look at that. That is not a pretty cut at all. Like, that's not even smooth or anything. Okay, so we're gonna try to redeem these guys here. So, okay, so next up, we're gonna do this knife right here. Okay, so this is kind of weird. This knife is called the Capenni. Anyways, sorry, the other knife really just took me out of this. I can't find this knife on their website anymore, which is already a big kind of not good sign. I don't know why it's not on there. Maybe it's sold out, but I can't really tell you the specs of these. So anyways, we're gonna go to cutting this. So obviously it's kind of like again, a cleaver type shaped knife, and let's try cutting this onion, and please don't be bad. Okay, there we go. It's not terrible. I think it is very thick as far as the blades, so I don't feel like I have a whole ton of control. But I mean, I'm able to get pretty decent cuts out of it. Very interested to see if the same thing happens with the previous knife, where it'll just kind of fall off the... So yeah, I mean, it's a knife. It's a relatively good one. It feels good in the hand. It feels actually, balanceable, and it's not something that is going to, it doesn't feel super, I mean, I think it's still pretty blade heavy, but I think that's probably because it's such a huge blade. Yeah, so I think the problem with this knife is that it's still very thick as far as diameter going this way. So I feel like I can't necessarily get the really precise cuts that I really want. And so, oh, my eyes, oh, the onion. So I personally think that's kind of a downfall, but I'm gonna just try it with the tomato. What are you doing, you crazy cat? All right, cat is gone. Okay, so time for the tomato test. Okay. I mean, I definitely feel a little bit of like, it's kind of hard to break the skin a little bit, but once you get through it, I mean, it's not that bad. Okay, so it's a good knife. Okay, so for the Capenni, I would say that this is a good knife. I mean, if you want something that, looks like a authentic handmade knife and you're all right with potential limited use, yeah, I mean, I think this is a relatively good knife. I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that it is as high quality as, I mean, it definitely is not as high quality as the Benchmade or the Japanese knives. I would honestly say this is something I could find this quality somewhere else for a lot cheaper, but I'll give it a 6 out of 10. All right, the next knife we have is, again, something that I cannot find on the website, which is really weird, but this is the Seratu. First glances, I mean, it definitely looks cool. It's definitely an interesting shape. I don't understand why this thing is here. I personally wouldn't use it there, but I mean, maybe it's just hang something from. All right, yeah, so pretty simple. It can cut. Let's go to the tomato. See, I find that the tomato is honestly the best test because usually when you're cutting a tomato, if you're not using a sharp knife, you're going to get hurt. This, I feel, obviously it did a really good job with the onion. I still think it's a little bit too thick. Kind of feel like it was a little unfinished. The blade also doesn't seem to be really straight. So yeah, I'm not too stoked by this. The weight of this is not, it's not the best. It's definitely blade heavy like all of them so far. So, I mean, it's sharp. It's just, it's not like cutting through something like hot butter. That is what I'm going to say. It's just, you know, it's just, you're just cutting through something. So I would give this another 6 out of 10. Okay, we're halfway there. And so far, Coolina is not really doing it for me. I'm sorry, guys, but step it up. All right, next up, we have the chef knife. This is the classic chef knife that I think everyone sees on Graham, on Amazon, stuff like that, with this cleaver like pattern. First impressions, again, I don't think the blade is actually that, actually no, this blade is not straight at all. It is warping a good amount. Okay, let's try cutting things. Okay, so yeah, I can do an onion. That didn't give me confidence right there. Okay, now time for the tomato. And you lost me. So out of 10, I'd give this a 7. It's a little bit better. Almost crushed the tomato. It's not really what you want. I think the balance again is very blade heavy. Seems very unfinished. The blade is not, okay, actually I'd take that back. I might give this a 5. I mean, cutting wise, yeah, it cuts. This is a time and table knife from Walmart, and this has a straighter blade than this. And I guarantee you can get this whole set for less than that one knife. All right, we'll move on to this one. This is their Gator knife. This is supposedly one of their cool collections because it looks cool. I mean, yeah, it does look kind of cool. It has this little hole thing. So, yeah, let's test it out. Okay, so far all of these knives can do the onion. Big shocker. But if we really want to see if this knife can cut, tomato is the one to do it with. Okay, so this knife is sharp. This knife can cut. I don't like it though. And this is for a couple of reasons. This handle is super slippery. I can't get a good grip, and maybe that's why they put this hole here, because I feel like the only grip I have is right here, which to be fair is kind of all you need. But then it comes to the blade shape. This blade shape is very beveled. It's not a bad thing, but I feel like I lose control when I'm trying to do precision cuts. This tip is kind of nice because it's kind of like the K-tip, but I almost can't see where I'm cutting because of the other side of the blade, which is this huge thick area right here. I think that the perfect use for this knife is if you're going outdoors, you want to bring a knife that, you know, you don't really care about. We have one more knife to test, and that is their Tungsten XL chef knife. Okay, this blade is a lot straighter, but it does kind of go like that. So, I mean, I don't know what that means, but as far, I do know what that means. It means that they didn't quench it well. Straight for the tomato. Oh, golly. That slipped. That slipped too. Gosh. I'm going to take a break and cut a bunch more stuff with these and actually try to use these knives a little bit. And then I will let you know what I think in a bit. But so far, I feel like I wasted a ton of money. Okay, I am back. Okay, so if you're gonna ask me what I think of Coolina knives, don't buy them. They're not worth it. Save your money, buy something else. You could buy 1 or 2 really nice, really high quality, handmade Japanese chef knives for the price of all this, and they could do everything better. And I literally mean everything. If you want something to, you know, if you think that they look cool and you want something to show off and a little flair, go for it. They look cool. You know, they have that look to them, and that's cool. But if you actually like knives and you're in the kitchen a lot, you're using your a lot, this is not the way to go. Don't spend your money on this stuff. Save it, spend it somewhere else. Don't give in to their ads like I did. And I can say pretty confidently that I do not recommend Coolina knives. Sorry. I don't think that they are worth it. I think you can buy stuff. I think you can buy better stuff somewhere else and probably for cheaper. I would take this over any of these any day. So yeah, I can confidently say that I'm not too happy with this purchase. I think that these are probably going to go, I might try to return them if they will let me. If not, I'm probably just going to give them to anyone who wants them. Coolina, you failed. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed that video. I really hope you did, because it cost me a lot of money. If you guys did, please make sure to like this video, comment down below, and like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content. We're gonna be going over some other brands soon. If you guys want to help me restore my dignity and get my money back, subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna cry, and that's not the onions. All right, I'll see you all later. Peace.